Okay, so inside of that box was this plastic bag. And inside that plastic bag was, it looks like our greenhouse plastic dome. And this orange bag. And inside this orange bag that looks like it would have tent stakes in it was tent stakes. So we're going to go on to our next step now and see how to put this together. So our step is 5.2, and it looks like we need to just connect together one, maybe two of these little archways, which I think is going to be two, because if it's like a tent up here in the corner, it's going to crisscross. So let's go ahead and pull one of these things out and see how to do it. So you have two of these little sets of I guess supports, archways, or whatever, and you can see the string here in between them. Connect them together just like tents. So basically you just take them and let them connect together in the string, and you come out with two of these. Your next step is 5.3. It looks pretty simple. You just take that archway and put a kitty corner across diagonally the grow bed. And when you get it in there, you put it basically in here and let it rest right on top of that piece right there. So, something like that. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit harder than I first thought. I have the other piece into the corner, the side on the kitty corner there. But you have to basically lift this up and then try to bend the whole bar and get this piece into that corner, and hopefully it's going to be pliable enough to, okay. So when you're done with this, it's going to have a bit of an arch. Let me show you that now. So we put that side in, and then we had to kind of bow this up a little bit to get it to fit into that slot down there. Now we have to do the same thing with the other piece. So here's how it will look when you have that accomplished. Now you can see that this top one here, the second one that I put in, is not even touching the first one that I put in. So I really think that one of these is longer than the other one, and you might want to check that out before you put it in. Also, make sure that you have these completely seated in when you're putting this in, because there's really not a lot of flexibility in these. There's not a lot of room to have them give. And that's because, you know, you want it to be nice and strong when the canopy's on there, but it's going to be kind of hard putting it on, so give that a shot. Remember, if you break it, you got a great warranty from Lifetime. Just give them a call and they'll send you out a replacement. I think you need to show them like a copy of your receipt or something. So we will now go on to the next step. So the next step is 5.4, and that's basically putting the canopy on. But here is the plastic top. So kind of just unfold it all the way, make sure these corners here are all the way out. Looks like that's just going to come over the top of that right there. So this canopy is pretty easy to get on. I think the hardest part would be this last piece right here. There we go. Take this Velcro strap, slide it through this little ring here on the top, and tighten it onto the Velcro there. Okay, so our next step is 5.5. Basically unzip it, reach in, and tie these little straps here to your little X-bar, and that'll keep that nice and centered. I didn't really feel like reaching in and trying to tie a knot upside down, so I just flipped it up, and now I can reach in just fine. Well, we have it done. Now I'll be doing a review on this once I can find something to stick in them, but for now I think it was pretty easy to install. The instructions were pretty easy, the steps were easy enough. Nothing complicated, nothing hard, nothing had to be forced like when I did the tumblers. So I really would give this probably like a, I don't know, an 8 or a 9 for ease of putting together. My only things that I really didn't like so much was it really felt like I was gonna bend or break these poles when I was putting them in, but they didn't. They held up like champs. It just kind of felt tight, so that's probably okay. But my one real concern is this: on the second bed, because I chose to do the second bed, you have the little cap down here to connect that, but here on the top there's no real kind of security cap, and I just kind of feel that it'd be nice if there was something that connected the top of this as well, maybe a little bit better like the bottom is. And then I really don't know what these little hole things here were for. Why did I have to use those? I looked through the instructions and I couldn't find it anywhere, so maybe I skipped it, I don't know. But these little circle pieces is kind of, I don't know why they were even there. So if somebody can explain that, that'd be fantastic. Otherwise, pretty easy to assemble. The instructions were okay. All the parts were there. They weren't marked, but there's only like 4 parts in the whole thing, so it wasn't really hard to figure out. And now I have my 2 lifetime grow beds, and we're gonna stick something in there, and then I'll show you guys how well it's been working. That's all I have for this video. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next video.